What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Spanko here, and today we have another deck profile. Now, if you guys saw Wednesday's video, we did a true Draco combo video where I showed you guys the basic one card combo with just Despot 003. This card is insane. I mean, of course, this deck is rogue. It's not going to be the most meta deck because, of course, if your Despot 003 gets hit with an Ash or it gets hit with an Imperm, you're kind of not in a really good position. Of course, you still are playing true Draco, so that's the backup plan that you have. But Despot 003 is an insane card. I showed you guys the combo and I showed you guys some true Draco test hands. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure to check out the channel. It should be Wednesday's video. So the most recent video before this one is the combo video. Now, before we get into this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I know I'm not doing a face cam for today's video, but I'll have my face somewhere on the bottom corner just because, you know, I just want to be there. You guys can look at my handsome face as I do this profile. So this deck is pretty cool. I really like it. I mean, the reason I'm bringing it to you guys is because obviously I like it, but I think it's really cool. This thing is very underrated and it's something that hasn't been done before. Now, if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out my boy Alpha YGO's channel. He actually inspired this idea because a while back, he was talking to me and he was like, man, the whole Eldritch combo idea, we could do this with True Draco as well because you just set up your floodgates rather than just your Eldritch spells. And I was like, that's actually really true. You could just do the Eldritch combo, but with True Draco. Because you can still do this combo, I thought it was really cool. I think this is very underrated and I think you could do really well at a local level, at least with this deck. I think it's very, very powerful and it's very explosive, right? So if your combos go off, you're in such a good position. So to get started with the deck profile, we are playing triple Despot 001 as well as triple Despot 003. Now, before you would have only played like one or two Despot 001s, but because Jet Synchron and because Olion is banned, obviously you gotta kind of max out on this. And the reason is sometimes if you open your Plague Spreader zombie, let's say, you want to be summoning this off of your deck off Fibrax anyways, so that's why you want to play multiple of these. And another thing I should mention is that Despot 001 itself is not full combo. Despot 003 is very important, but you still have to max out on both of them, obviously. This one obviously because you want to see this one, because if you end up drawing into your Plague Spreader, you need this still for your combo, right? So that's why you're maxing out on all of them. You are playing a small True Draco package. It's just your Dynamite Knight, triple Ignis, as well as one Majesty. That's all you want to play for the True Dracos. To be honest, if we had Dynamite at 2, I'd just take out the Majesty. I really don't like this card, but I'm only playing it because we only have one Dynamite Knight, so that's why I'm playing that. Then for the little combo engine, you are playing Colt Wing, Plague Spreader, as well as Unknown Synchron. This is for part of the combo. If you guys haven't checked out the combo, it's on Wednesday's video, like I said, so check it out. But these cards are just part of the combo, just so you can get your combo going. And your combo pretty much ends up on Herald plus Savage. That's just with one card. So then you have 4 other cards to work with. So either a couple Floodgates, either an Imperm, maybe you can end up on a monster with like a trap. Like, there's so many different ways to do this combo, and there's so many different ways in your turn 1 end board. But pretty much with just this, you end up on the Herald Savage, right? And then everything else beyond that is just whatever else you open. So that's why this deck is really cool in my opinion. Very small monster count, but it gets to your combos. And then once your combo turn 1, let's say your opponent does end up breaking through your board, whatever, then you just start playing a True Draco kind of beat down, slow down deck. And that's not a problem in my opinion, because True Draco obviously is always known to just floodgate your opponent out, and then you can slowly beat them down, right? So if, let's say, they exhaust all the resources to beat your combo, you still have your True Dracos. That's why I thought this deck was really cool, because it's kind of like an A-B deck. If plan A doesn't work, you still got plan B. Now, we are playing one Call by the Grave, obviously, because you don't want to lose to hand traps. It's still unfortunately only at 1. To make up for it, though, we are playing the triple tactical talents. Triple tactical talents. Yeah, this card's really good. I get that it's expensive. I get it's not budget. If you guys don't want to play this, it's perfectly fine. You guys can play hand traps over this. I just decided to play this because I was like, man, if I want to make this as competitive as possible, then I want to be playing this, because if this card gets hit, I need to draw cards. I need to get some kind of combo going, and that's where triple tactical talents comes in for me. So that's why I'm playing 3 of these. Again, I understand this card in real life is very expensive, but if you guys are playing online, definitely try this out. If not, just replace these with hand traps. It's perfectly fine in my opinion. It's just I just wanted to make this as competitive as possible, and I just saw that triple tactical talents did that for me, right? And then we are playing triple disciples, triple heritage. I don't know why they're all over the place, but the True Draco spells and traps you're maxing out on. 1 diagram, 1 set rotation, as well as double Mystic Mine. Now, the reason I'm playing this is, 1, because I really wanted to get to diagram as fast as possible with this deck, because if you open Despot 003 plus diagram, you're in such a good position. Like, your combo becomes so insane. You end up on that full board, plus you can end up on like a Dynamite Knight, plus like a trap set, whatever that case is. And in that case, like, your opponent's going to have a very difficult time beating you. So that's why I decided to max out on these like field spells. And Mystic Mine is really good because if you do end up going second and you need to slow down, and you need to see where, you know, your opponent goes. You don't have the opening hand that you necessarily want. Mystic Mind slows down the gameplay, of course, for you. Trust me, I hate it. I hate this card so much, but it is relevant, so we gotta play it, man. You gotta make use of what Konami has given us. I don't agree with this card being not banned still. Trust me, I don't agree with it, but it is legal. So as long as it's legal, we should take advantage of it. I'm sorry if that earns me a dislike. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. But I swear it's really good. I swear it's really good. And then we are playing one Monster Reborn, which I wanted to get back to. That's why I kind of skipped over this. But we are playing one Monster Reborn, which is kind of odd in True Draco. I understand. But I think it's really good in this variant because you are playing combo True Draco. Now, if you do open Monster Reborn, your combo gets even better because then you don't have to, let's say, rely on the Plague Spreader to put something back from your hand to the deck. You can just like Monster Reborn your Plague Spreader, and then from there you can even continue further, right? So that's why I thought Monster Reborn is really good. On top of that, if your combo does get interrupted some way, then Monster Reborn helps you continue your combo if it does get interrupted. So one, if your combo doesn't get interrupted, this card's really good because it just makes the combo easier for you. And if your combo does get interrupted, then this card helps you continue your combo because you'll just continue with your pieces, right? On top of that, turns 2, turns 3, whatever, if you end up top decking this, it could be game changing, right? So that's why this card is really good. I get in True Draco it's kind of weird, but in this variant, it makes a lot of sense. And then I think I mentioned these already, but you just want to max out on the field spell because getting to this is really good for you. So you really want to get the diagram in this deck. And then next for the traps, we are playing triple Imperm, triple there can be only one, triple Apocalypse, as well as one return. Now there can only be one is funny because you guys might be thinking, why are you playing there can be only one in a combo deck? Well, funny enough, when you end on this combo, all your monsters are different types. And then once they commit to their normal summon, they commit to a monster on the board. So let's say they commit to like a Needle Fiber, right? Then you can kind of flip that there can be only one, and then your opponent's like, okay, well, I don't know where to go from here, right? So that's why I thought there can only be one is insanely strong. The card's really good in this deck. So you don't really want a shotgun there can only be one. You just really want to wait till your opponent relies on their normal summon or their special summon or whatever it is to be flipping this card, right? So as soon as you've exhausted pretty much their resources, you can flip this and it's you just win, right? So that's why it's insane. On top of that, if you don't end up getting to your combo, so let's say you don't end up getting to Despot 003, then this card just helps you like slow down the game state like until you get to that point, right? And then the thing is, you might be wondering, hey, what if this locks you out, right? Fear not, because all your True Draco monsters tribute over your continuous traps. So if you really need the combo and you really want to go off, then you can just tribute over this and then continue with your combo, right? On top of that, your spell cards can take care of it as well. So let's say you pop one of your spell cards with a diagram or whatever, then you can just pop this yourself as well. It doesn't happen too often, but sometimes if you do have this flipped like turn 1, and then you see like turns 2, turns 3 that you have a Despot 003 in your hand, and you're like, okay, I kind of want to get rid of this and I can just OTK my opponent, then you could do it that way, right? So there's a lot of ways to play around this card, but generally going first, this card is not bad for you at all. This card's insanely good. Imperm is just the best hand trap in the game, so that's why I'm playing it. And that's it for the main deck. 40 card main deck, very easy. I didn't want to play more because you really just want to see Despot 003 as fast as possible, and then you can just continue on from there. For the extra deck, it is pretty standard. Everything here in the extra deck is actually used for part of the combo except a couple cards, and I'll explain it. So Excel Synchron is part of the combo. Boral Savage is what you're going to end on. This is part of the combo. Heralds is what you're going to end on as well. This is just part of the combo. The Metal Marcher right over here. You have your Satellite Warrior, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, so I'm just going to put that over here with the Excel Synchron. You have Barricade Board Blocker, important for combo. You have Double Hulk. So the reason I'm playing Double Hulk is because a lot of the time if you're making your combo, you start playing and your opponent, like you activate Hulk and your opponent just hits you with like an Imperm or a Veiler or an Ash or whatever it is, then like you really want to be able to combo on your next turn, right? So what I do is I like to play a second Hulk because if that situation ever ends up happening, you don't really have to play a second Hulk, but it's just an option that I have there. And just, I don't know, this could technically be a filler spot, but I just wanted to play double just in case, again, if your combo gets stopped the first time, you do it a second time, so that's no problem. Link Ross, obviously part of the combo, Auroradon, part of the combo, and then I had 3 filler spots. I'm going to be honest, I had 3 filler spots after this, and I was like, you know what, I know Dogmatica is very legit, so Entis, Makaba, as well as Nova. And that is just to counter the Dogmatica matchup. I just had 3 filler spots. If you don't want to play these 3, it's perfectly fine. You could just play Super Poly targets, honestly, to be honest with you, and then play Super Poly in your side deck. That's just another option. But 3 filler spots right here. I just thought the best 3 cards to fill up filler spots are these 3 because it counters the meta, right? So being able to counter the meta is very important because you're not always going to go first. You're not always going to see your combo. So you want to really be able to play in many different situations. Now back to the Satellite Warrior here. Now, a lot of the time if you're going second, you don't have to be making Savage Dragon, right? So what you can do is you can actually use your Excel Synchron, dump your Unknown Synchron, And then you can make him a level 6 because you can either choose to decrease his level or increase his level. So you can make him a level 6. And then with your level 6 and your Colt Wing, you can make your Satellite Warrior over here, which is going to end up popping a bunch of cards your opponent controls. So if you guys don't know, this card says, if this card is Synchro Summon, target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Synchro monsters in your graveyard. Now, this being a Synchro heavy deck, you're most likely going to have at least 2 with your Formula Synchron as well as your Metal Marcher in the graveyard. You're going to have at least those 2 in the graveyard. So this can end up popping 2 to 3 cards your opponent controls, and then it gains 1,000 attack for each card you destroyed. So if you destroy 2 cards, this ends up being 4,500 attack. If you destroy 3, it ends up being 5,500 attack. And this is what happens when you go second, and you can make this kind of combo and this kind of monster, destroy your opponent's board, get over their monsters, get over their spells, traps, whatever it needs to be, and then you can just go for OTK. So that's why I decided to play Satellite Warrior. It's because if you're not going first, there's no need to make a Savage Dragon. Now, don't get me wrong, Savage Dragon is still good going second, because once you add Halka Fibrax on him, like, he's a pretty big monster. What is this? 1,500, so he'll become like 3,750. Is that right? 3,750, I think. Yeah, 3,750 he becomes, which is still pretty big, don't get me wrong. But being able to pop 2 to 3 cards your opponent controls, and then him being a big monster, he becomes 4,500 at least, maybe 5,500, and then you can just go for game is just insane in my opinion. So that's why I thought this card was really good. It's a very underrated card, but very easy to summon in this deck. So that is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any suggestions on the deck, let me know. But again, shout out to my boy Alpha YGO for this. He's the one that actually inspired this a while ago, and I was just thinking, how can I make it relevant right now? So shout out to Alpha. Without him, I wouldn't really have this idea. Check out his channel. Link is going to be in the description below, but you can also go on my channel, and then on the featured channel section, there's going to be Alpha YGO there, so you guys can check him out. He's really cool in making up these kind of decks and having these really cool ideas, so shout out to him. And if you guys like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And with that, Spanko signing out. Peace.
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit.